Hey guys, so this is probably going to be a very raw video, but it is really late at night. It's actually 9:30, which it's not very late, but for me that's really late. But I want to talk to you guys. I realize I haven't been on any of my social medias in quite a while, and frankly I just kind of lost motivation in it. At first it was getting sick for 2 weeks. I had laryngitis, and so even if I tried to make a video, I couldn't talk through it. And I just lost motivation. There's no other real excuse for it. And motivation is such a fickle thing. I've talked about it before on my Drop It with Kathleen Facebook page, and it really is. It's just a fickle thing that comes and goes so easily. But that's not what I want to talk to you guys about. Actually, what motivated me to talk to you guys tonight and get back on here was I had a friend on Facebook, and hopefully they don't mind me putting this out there. I'm not going to say who it was, but they said about how they knew depression was coming on and that it still hit them like a ton of bricks, and they asked for some advice on how to deal with it. 'Cause, they go through this, and I think everybody goes through a form of depression, and we have to remember that you're not alone in it, that there's other people out there who have to deal with this too. And so I thought, I've been going through a little spout of it lately. I haven't been getting my things done. I feel very unmotivated, and I struggle with depression and anxiety. And so I thought I would talk to you guys about how I handle it and how I get myself going and not giving up on myself completely. But I wanted to talk to you guys while kind of raw. My hair is a mess. I've got barely any makeup on. I feel sweaty because it's been a hot day. My house is an absolute disaster. So here's some of my tips on how to fight your depression or your anxiety, or at least to be able to handle it a little more level-headed than any other time, it seems like. And my first off one that jumps into my head when someone says they're having depression or anxiety is exercise. And I know that sounds totally cliche. You're like, psh, everyone says exercise. But that's because the people who say that have actually tried it, and they know it works. It gives you endorphins. It makes you feel good. No, it's not an absolute cure, but it is better than a lot of other ways to cope with it. And so I go to a gym because they have a daycare, and I can get my kids in there, and then I am there to work out. There are no other distractions for me compared to if I am home, like today. I said, I'm going to go for a walk. I didn't go for a walk. I decided it was too windy. I also decided before that I was going to clean my house before I went for my walk, and that also didn't happen. As I will show as an example, my house is an absolute disaster. And it's 9:30 at night. But if you can work out at home, kudos to you. If you can't, see if you can go outside and work out. Go to a gym class, pay for the day pass. See if a friend will watch your kids if they're your distraction. But come up with a way to be able to get that exercise in. Maybe force yourself to go on a walk, even if it is super windy outside. And, oh man, the arm is getting tired again. So try that for a while. My other tip is eating better. And it may not be like an automatic thing. This is more of a long-term thing. And this goes into multiple things here. It's a wide area to cover when you say just eat good. Personally, I eat keto. It's mainly for my weight loss. But because I have been losing weight, I have been a lot happier. I find more joy. And I like myself. Whereas a year ago, I was disgusted with myself. I didn't like myself, which was the root of a lot of problems that I have. So you need to find ways to love yourself again. Do your makeup. Do your hair. Take a shower. Go for a walk. Do your nails. Draw a picture. Do something that makes you feel good. My dog is growling outside. Something that makes you feel good. You need to feel good about yourself, and it's not going to be an overnight change. This is something that you have to work on for a while. When I first started going to the gym, my biggest thing was making it a habit, and I hated it. So I had to find a workout that I liked a lot, and that happened to be yoga. Yoga helps me de-stress a lot. And one funny thing is my yoga instructor said that they ran across some weightlifters, and they were, they were anxious because their kickboxing class went longer than their yoga class, and they were trying to get down to yoga, and they were a little frustrated, and they said, oh, I thought you guys were calm because you guys did yoga. No, that is why we do yoga, is because we are not calm people. And it takes some time. Nobody's perfect at yoga unless you're like a yogi. And to de-stress is exercise, making yourself look good so you feel good about yourself. Another one that seems kind of weird, but making your family look nice. And this isn't for the appearance of, having other people think of how you look, which, I mean, we all have that little voice in the back of our head saying, do they like us? Do they think we look nice? Even if we say we don't care, there's always going to be that little voice in your back of your head. And even if in the long term you don't care. But one thing is that I started doing my daughter's and son's hair every day before we left the house. That way they looked a little more presentable, and it made me look more presentable. So that is one thing, is that it's not just about you. Yes, it took more time. We had to get up a little earlier, but that just meant that I needed to go to bed earlier. So one thing is making not just yourself look good, but having your family look nice, because if they feel good about themselves, you are going to feel good about yourself. So one attitude can reflect many attitudes. It can change the whole perspective of one household, having one person be in a good mood when they wake up. Another one is to wake up earlier, get going with your day, stay off your phone. I have a very bad habit of getting on my phone, and then I'll look back down and 30 minutes to an hour has passed, and I'm like, I've got to get ready or I'm going to be late. And then we're rushing, I'm yelling, kids are crying, the dog is barking, and it's one of those days. We get home, the house is still a mess because I didn't have time to pick it up before we left. Not to mention the car's a mess because we've been in the car so much, and I just don't have time for that. So a good one is to wake up just even 15 minutes earlier, and instead of sitting there having your coffee looking at your phone, sit there, have your coffee, stay off your phone, and get yourself ready. That way you're not dawdling on your phone, because it's easy to let time pass that way. Plus, then you're not having the negative effects that you're going to see on Facebook or Instagram from other people affecting your day. This is your day. Something they say at the end of yoga practice, when you're having a hard time with the move, is simply go at your own pace. If you need to, take a break. This is your practice. This is your time. And I put that throughout my entire day, this is your practice. This is your day. This is your time. So make it what you will. Some things you can't change, and just let it be. Another one is to have kind of like mantras you say to yourself every day. And I've been looking those up because I keep hearing about them, and I'm like, psh, what? No, because they're all the cliche mantras, and I'm like, I don't need to tell those to myself. And they're, you love yourself, feel beautiful, you are beautiful, don't let the negativity of the world affect your day, and things like that. And it's not that I'm against those sayings, I just feel like they're a bit cliche. And then I was on my way home, I was thinking, I do have mantras that I tell myself, and what my mantras are manifest your dreams in your mind's eye. So I imagine what I want in 5 years, what kind of life I want to have. And so the other one is to make decisions on the person you want to be, not who you are. So say I want to have a fit body, which means that I'm not going to choose that chocolate bar that's sitting up in the cupboard. Instead, I'm going to choose, beef stick or a slice of cheese instead, because I want that fit body. I make that decision now because that's who I want to be. Same with how we're trying to save for a house and some land. Those are the things I want, which means I'm not going to go buy a bunch of things for my house, or I'm not going to spend a bunch of money on my yard that I'm not even going to be living in 5 years. So I think I can wait I can hold this out because I know what I want. I know who I want to be. Things like that. Another one is like when I work out, but I put it throughout different things for the day. But it goes along with that I say is just, it's like eating one bad meal, you're not going to go ruin your whole week, because if you have one flat tire, are you going to slash the other 4? Those are my mantras that I say to myself. And it's not like you have to have cliche ones. Maybe you have more complicated ones. You don't have to have complicated ones. You can have more cliche ones. But the point is to think positively. I haven't tried it, but I have heard that writing down things that you're happy for every single day is great. And a lot of people swear by it. I've just started this week, is to make your bed every morning. That way, right after you get up, you have accomplished one thing. And so I have started doing that. I get up, and it's not right after I get up that I make my bed, but it is before I get ready for the day. I go and I make my bed. I don't make my kids' beds. That's something I need to work on, or have them work on. They're old enough they can make their own beds. My son is anyways. But I make my own bed, and I have found that it is satisfying to, I go to bed and I don't have to straighten my blankets out and move a bunch of stuff off my bed. It's already made, and I can lay down and go to sleep when I need to. So I hope these tips are helpful for you. You've probably all heard them before. Maybe this is the one time you hear it and you're like, it's like a whole new light on that you've heard 100 times, but this time it's different. Or maybe I shared a new light on something that you haven't heard before. But just believe in yourself. Say mantras. Make your bed in the morning. Stay off your phone in the morning. Be more present in your day. Exercise. Eat healthy. Drink water. Believe in yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I haven't been on much, but I'm really hoping to get back into all of this and YouTube and everything. But I hope if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Put in the comments below how you guys combat your stress, anxiety, your depression, how you manage to get through your day without just becoming a vegetable. And subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Bye.